Welcome back, everyone. Here we are outside the Fuchsia City Pokemon Center after just collecting the badge from this town. So, this will be a pretty fun episode. I don't think we have to worry about any deaths this time. I'd be very surprised if we lost a Pokemon. We're just going to be doing some fun things and catching some more Pokemon. We'll catch a lot in this episode, hopefully. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to cut this tree, or you can run around, I believe. We're going to cut this tree and we're going to head into the Pokemon. Worth noting, you can go look at all these, basically it's a zoo here, and you can look at all these, and you can get Pokedex entries for them. Yeah, I hate King is kind in this game, because I destroyed it. It's the only Pokemon that's been able to knock out one of mine. So the first thing I'm going to do, actually, well, so first of all, you can buy Ultra Ball here, that's pretty awesome. We'll buy like 6 of those, we can make use of that. We can also buy Full Heal again, I should probably buy a couple more of those. And I'm actually going to buy a couple max repels, and I'll explain why in a minute. It's actually kind of a silly reason. But, yeah, so I'll explain that in a minute. And let's see, is there anything I can sell this time? I kind of like selling stuff whenever I buy, just to keep my money at kind of an even level. Yeah, I can sell that maxi vibe because we don't use those in this game. So, alright. Alright, so looks like that's all we really need to do right now in Fuchsia City. Whoa. Oh, this is a weird conversation. Oh, I didn't even I just talked to this random guy. I didn't even know what he was talking about, but he's actually the substitute move tutor. Um, yeah, so we'll actually come back here hopefully if everything goes right in a little bit to teach one of our Pokemon substitute. But right now we're actually gonna head into the Safari Zone. So he gives us these Safari balls. Hopefully we can only catch one Pokemon in the Safari Zone, but hopefully we actually catch it. This is a little bit unique in the sense that all the wild Pokemon can actually escape. So I'm actually going to spray that max repel now, and I'm going to explain why in a minute. So basically I'm spraying that repel because there's different Pokemon in different areas of the Safari Zone, and I want to make sure I get the highest chance of getting what I want. So, alright, I'm just gonna go through and tell you guys what all the Pokemon in the different areas, or in the different areas are. And basically the idea here is that there's a whole lot of different Pokemon in here, because this is the Safari Zone. So in the entrance, you can catch Nidoran male, Nidoran female, Execute, Rhyhorn, Venonat, Nidorino, Parasect, Scyther, Pinsir, and Chansey. Or if you surf, you can catch Psyduck or Slowpoke, depending on your version. If you fish, you can catch Magikarp, Goldeen, Poliwag, Seaking, uh, Slowpoke, Psyduck, depending on your version, and then Dratini or Dragonair. So you guys have no idea how tempted I am to go fishing for Dratini or Dragonair, but the odds of me getting one are only 16% collectively. It'd be so cool to have one of those, but I don't think I'm that lucky. I don't want to take the chance. That would be my ideal catch in here, though. So yeah, I'm skipping this one just because so now we're in area one. Here you can catch Nidoran male, Nidoran female, Doduo, Execute, Paris, Nidorina, Parasect, Kangaskhan, Scyther, and Pinsir, depending on your version for the last two. So yeah, I'm skipping this area two just because I want to get to area three and the Pokemon there. And I'll tell you guys what those are when we get there. Let's see. I'm just trying to remember what items are in here. Let's see. I know there's one over here. Yeah, a leaf stone there. And then here's one. TM11 Sunny Day. That's pretty cool. Oh dang it! I gotta run around this. Full restore there. And let's see. Nothing there. I thought there was another item in here. Maybe it's no. Oh yeah, dang it. We gotta run around now. That's alright. Yeah, so I can't believe I missed that. There's one right here. That's such an easy find. Max potion there. I hope my repel doesn't run out. 250. It's gonna run out in like a step, I think. Oh, that's not good. Then, oh crap. Okay, well that's fine. I can spray another one. We'll just have to go back to this Safari Zone. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I don't want to encounter anything accidentally here. Alright, so now we're in area 2. Area 2, let's see. Area 2, you can catch Nidoran male, Nidoran female, Execute, Rhyhorn, Paris, Nidorina, Venomoth, Chansey, and Tauros. So this is the area I want to catch one in just because collectively there's an 80% chance that I catch one of the Nidorans, Execute, Rhyhorn, one of the Nidoran evolutions, Chansey or Tauros, because basically, or Venomoth, I guess, because basically the only ones I don't want are Paris and Parasect, because I already have quite a few grass types, including a Parasect. So yeah, and then also I should mention, I guess, that you can get the usual stuff from surfing. So yeah, still Psyduck or Slowpoke, depending on your version. Magikarp, Goldeen, Poliwag, and then Dratini and Dragonair. Most of those from fishing, actually. So yeah, now there's some items we can get in here. Well, I've got that repel spray. We might as well do that. Let's see where. There's an item right there. I don't know how to get to it though. I think we have to go around like this. We're gonna run out of steps pretty soon, which is the sad thing, but we'll come back. That's fine. Actually, you know what we should do? 159 steps. Yeah, what we're gonna do? Well, no, we can't do that. Never mind. Another item here. Steel Wing. Okay, there's the repel wearing off. And with 83 steps left. So that's our final item for this area. And then we're going to catch our Pokemon. Here it is. What is it? A Nidorino. Oh, that's awesome. I really hope I catch this. I can make good use of this thing. Alright, so basically this is the interesting dynamic of the Safari Zone. I kind of wish this was a Nidoran male, actually, because it would be easier to catch. But basically if you throw bait, it makes it harder to catch, but less likely to flee. If you throw a rock, it'll get angry, so it's more likely to flee, but it's easier to catch. And then you can throw the Safari Balls to try to catch it, or you can run. So basically, generally what I do is I throw a rock or two and then throw Safari Balls. I'm kind of nervous about that though, because there's a good chance that this thing will flee, but I'm going to try it. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, otherwise whatever. Is it going to flee is the question. Okay, no. So, I'm gonna end that there. Let's throw some Safari Balls. And they can flee after every turn, which is the scary thing. But we got it. Okay, that's really fortunate, actually. Glad we caught that. So that's our one catch for the Safari Zone. It's kind of sad. There's so many options for the Safari Zone. But, you can only catch one with this Nuzlocke rule. Actually, I'm kind of curious. What was the percent chance? Let's see. In LeafGreen, there's a 5% chance to encounter Nidorino here. So that was lucky. Yeah, we're just gonna burn out our remaining. Let's just retire. That's easier. We have to go back in, unfortunately, because we didn't finish what we started there. We got a couple more things to do. We have to get to the final area, area 3. So let's do that. And I'm actually just gonna speed things up. I'll spray my repel, so I don't really need it for anything else. I don't know who, like, who pays money to catch Pokemon and then sprays repels? Like, I don't know. If there was no context for this, I'd look pretty dumb. Maybe I do anyway, but whatever. So yeah, you just gotta be careful not to waste too many steps around here, because we have to get to that final area. So here, yeah, here's part of it anyway. I don't think this is the right part though. Max revive there. I don't want to go back in here again. That's the thing. It's another item. Max potion. Yeah, this is definitely not the right place. Rest house, yeah, that's not what we want. Crap. Alright, yeah, we gotta go back up around. I just hope we don't run out of steps. Glad we didn't see that the first time. Wow, the odds of that are so slim. Yeah, so now we're gonna round like this. Okay, I think we've got enough steps left. Oh yeah, definitely. Alright. Let's get this item. Gold teeth. That's the warden's gold teeth. So that's useful. Here, TM32 double team. And there's like a hidden revive around here, I think. I don't need those though. So we're not gonna find that, but you can look for it if you want. Alright, and here we are in the secret house. So we win Hidden Machine Surf. That's pretty cool, because that lets us go a lot of new places and catch a lot of new Pokemon. Yeah, I am super lucky, I agree. Alright, well, so we got some steps left over. I'm just gonna search for that Max Revive, because I feel like it's somewhere around here. Where the heck is that thing? Maybe it's in the corner over there. No. Yeah, they don't make these items. Oh, there it is. They really don't make those easy to find in this game. Like, usually there's like some kind of hint about where they are, but not this time. So yeah, let's go ahead and retire, I guess. That's all we really need to do right here. Alright, so now we'll come back in a second, actually, because there's a couple more items we can get, and I want to do that for you guys, but Oh, I never even mentioned. So in that final area, I'm sorry, the Pokemon available there, Area 3, actually it's pretty much the same as usual. So you've got the Nidorans and their evolutions, the Duo and Execute, Venonat, Venomoth, Tauros, and Kangaskhan. Alright, so we're actually gonna, first of all, withdraw that Nidoran, or that Nidorino that we caught, because that's gonna come in handy, actually. I might add him to my team because he's one of the most diverse Pokemon in this game in terms of what moves he can learn. And he's got good attack and special attack, and really just all around pretty balanced stats. And that poison point ability is pretty awesome. So yeah, we're gonna withdraw Nidorino. Sorry, Janice, Janice has actually been in my party um, every every single episode so far. Kind of sad to put her in the box. She actually only appeared in battle twice. Well, that's three if you count the time I caught her. But yeah, that's sad. At least she's not dead though. All right, now we can talk to the warden. And he gives us the hidden machine for strength. So now we've got all these new hidden machines: fly, strength, and surf. So let's open up the TM case and learn some of those. So first of all, fly. Only Hera can learn that, so let's teach her fly. And we'll replace wing attack. I hate to. Well, actually, we'll replace. I like wing attack. It's probably all in all better than fly. We'll replace mega punch. Yeah, I know that was a move tutor move, but it's really a weak move because strength is actually better. Alright, and then surf. Wait, what? I thought Nidorino could learn. Hang on, 1 second. Alright, so I'm actually gonna. I think we got a Moonstone a while ago. I'm gonna use that on Nidorino to evolve him because basically his evolution can learn Surf. I don't really have anyone who can learn Surf besides Nidorino, so we're gonna do it that way. Alright, here we go. We haven't seen him in battle yet, but he's already evolving. I mean, it would have been good to leave him as a Nidorino to level 43 so he could learn Flatter. But not only is that kind of a risk since Nidorino's stats are worse, but also, I don't know, it's not worth it. So let's teach him Surf. Surf is a strong move, and it's gonna help us get new places, so that'll be helpful. And let's also learn Strength. I'm not sure who I want to learn Strength. I guess, let's see, I think Poros can learn it for now anyway. Only thing is I have to get rid of Slash, but that's fine. Strength is a better move. I just like Slash because his name is Sandslash, but that's fine. Alright, so that's taken care of. Now we can actually, I don't know why this guy has like a freaking boulder here, but, or like a Pokeball sitting behind it, but yeah, we can use Strength there, and then get this item, a rare candy. Alright, so now well, actually we got one more thing to do before the fun, and that is we're gonna fly back to Vermilion, actually. So here's our first time using fly. It's always pretty cool. And the reason for this is because we have one more item to get before we can go crazy catching Pokemon. I remember we already battled all the trainers in Route 11 before, so I'm just going to kind of zoom through here unnoticed. And then we head up these stairs. So he'll trade Nidorino for Nidorino instead of the other way around, but we're not doing in-game trades. I really did not think I would get a Nidoran male or Nidorino in this game, but... So if we had 30, we would have gotten the item finder, but we don't quite have that yet. Hopefully we will pretty soon, because item finder is pretty useful. I don't think it's realistic to get to 40 for a while. I'd sure like that amulet coin though. But yeah, so here we are on Route 12. We've got a Snorlax in the way, so let's take care of that again. I should have put, whoops, I didn't put Primeape in the front. That's alright though, we'll be fine. Yeah, we gotta get out of here though, because Taiche is not very defensive. Hercules though, will handle it. Oh, that was not even smart. It's Cross Chop, yeah, easy knockout. I always return to the mountains. Like, if I could just go to the mountains and find more Snorlax, that would be so awesome, because I sure would like one of those. But anyway, here's what we wanted. Younger brother, so he gives us the Super Rod. So now we've got all the rods in the game, and this means we can catch a lot of Pokemon between the rods and Surf. So let's go flying around a little bit, and let's find some more Pokemon. So first, actually, because I forgot to do this before, we're going to fly back to Fuchsia. Alright, so there's a little bit of water back here. Like with a lot of the cities, there's always like some little pond or something. So we're gonna surf here. If you surf, you'll either get Psyduck if you're playing Fire Red or Slowpoke if you're playing Leaf Green every single time. And if you fish, depending on the rod you use, you can get Poliwag, Goldeen, Magikarp, Psyduck, Slowpoke, Seaking, and Gyarados. But I want Slowpoke quite a bit, so I just want that guaranteed chance of getting him. Let's put Demeter out. We'll just put it to sleep and then throw an Ultra Ball, I think. If we can find anything here. Wow, and nothing wants to come out. That Slowpoke really doesn't want me to get it. Let's speed things up. Oh, whoops, dang it. I guess I can't even speed things up in this situation. Oh yeah, that's a pain. Alright, so we'll just surf some more. It's really shouldn't take this long. This is a pain actually. Sorry about this. Okay, there it is. Slowpoke. So let's put this thing to sleep. Alright, caught that pretty easily. Alright, so that's my encounter for Fuchsia City. Where else? Oh yeah, so let's just kind of go from the beginning. Let's go all the way back to Pallet Town. So I don't know if you guys have known this, but we actually played this entire game so far without talking to our mom. So I feel kind of bad about that. So I guess we'll talk to her. She already knows. She's not even like we've been gone. We've been gone for so long. She's just like, hey, you should sleep for a little. Our mom is crazy, but she did just heal our Pokemon, so no complaining there. Alright, so if you guys remember, Pallet Town actually has a little bit of water down here. And we'll come back here later, but the Pokemon you can catch here, depending on the rod you use. Well, first of all, if you surf, you'll always get a Tentacool. But we can do that in a lot of places, so we're not going to do that here. You can get, depending on your rod, Krabby, Horsey, Magikarp, Psyduck, Slowpoke, Shelder if you're playing Fire Red, Krabby, Kingler, Horsey, Seadra if you're playing Fire Red as well. Um, and then Staryu if you're playing Leaf Green, and Gyarados either way. So, yeah, we're gonna try for a Staryu. It's a 40% chance with a Super Rod. So that's my plan. The other ones I could get with a Super Rod, Krabby or Kingler. And then let's see, I guess Slowpoke. And yeah, I think that's it. I feel like there's 10% missing from somewhere. Uh, oh, Gyarados. Yeah, Gyarados is the last one. So if I get a Gyarados or Staryu, there's over a 50% chance of that. I will be really happy, but especially happy if I get Staryu. So let's find out. No, let's try that again. That's our first time fishing. That was kind of a lame way to start fishing. Alright, here we go. Come on, something good. Yes, that is what I wanted. Because Staryu, as we saw against Misty, is just really strong. So let's put it to sleep. And then we'll just throw a Great Ball at it. I learned from that Meowth. We're not going to lose any more wild Pokemon catches from silly things like that. It might break free of this, but that's fine. Oh, guess not. Alright. We're just on a roll right now. We caught such great Pokemon so far. Yeah, so here's Staryu. I don't even know which ones I want to add to my team now. That's the crazy and funny thing about this. Alright, where's next? So, that's our encounter for Pallet Town. We already got one in Route 1. We haven't gotten one in Viridian City. Alright, so Viridian City, it's the same thing if you surf, Psyduck or Slowpoke, depending on your version. And then, kind of the usual, Goldeen, Magikarp, Psyduck if you're playing Fire Red, and then Poliwag and Poliwhirl if you're playing, or if you're using the Super Rod. So I'll talk about that in a minute. Slowpoke if you're playing Leaf Green, Gyarados, either way. So, if you use a Super Rod, basically, there's an 80% chance that you'll get Poliwag or Poliwhirl, and then 15% you'll get Gyarados, and 5% of Slowpoke if you're playing Leaf Green. So that is without a doubt what I want. I want a Poliwag or Poliwhirl, but I'll accept a Gyarados. I really am hoping for that Poliwag or Poliwhirl though. So let's find out what we're gonna get here. No, nothing that time. Alright, here we go. Come on, Poliwag or Poliwhirl. Yes, okay. Everything is going right now. So just put it to sleep. That thing is fast. Oh my gosh. Well, I know Demeter is slow, but still, that's not fully evolved. It's level 23. I don't know how it was that fast. But that makes me even happier, because that thing's about to be mine. I'm gonna try to catch him in a Pokeball, just because I can. Okay, we're not gonna try that, actually. We'll go for a Great Ball again. Alright. So we've added Poliwag. Nidorino, Slowpoke, and Staryu to this team, or to this game anyway. Alright, so there's our encounter for Viridian City. If you guys, well, first of all, I forgot to show you guys, if you cut this tree down or surf across it, I guess we'll have to do, because you're not going to have a Pokemon with cut. If you surf over here, talk to this guy, and he will teach you a Dream Eater. That's a decent move, but it's not very reliable, so we're not going to learn that. Just the trip down memory lane here. This is where we caught Hippostas. Yeah, so actually that's so sad. Because we used our encounter for this route. I took a leap of faith, and I gave up my encounter in the water later on for a chance to get a Mankey. Got the Mankey, and it was incredible. And then we lost here, but we have another one, so kinda lessened my grief a little. But yeah, we used our encounter for there, so where should we go next? Route 2, we had an encounter there. We had one in Viridian Forest and Diglett's Cave. Pewter City, there isn't one we can get, but I will show you guys a couple things, just we're kind of just going back through and doing some things we couldn't do before. So in the theme of that, here's some things we can do in Pewter City. And actually, crap, we're gonna need someone with cut. I guess I should just teach that to someone now. We'll teach it to Demeter. And we'll get rid of Poison Powder, because we haven't even used that this whole game. Alright. So we can enter this kind of secret research house here. And this guy, I don't know what he's talking about, but he'll move tutor you in Seismic Toss. Yeah, Hercules already knows it. Honestly, it's not that strong of a move anymore, not at this point in the game. Maybe we'll actually come back like you said later, but yeah. So Hugo actually gives us an old amber, which is ridiculous. This is our, I guess technically this could be our encounter for Pewter City if we were doing like set encounters like this. But that old amber will become an Aerodactyl, which is just a ridiculously strong Pokemon. But we have to resurrect it to do that, and we can't do that for a little while. But still, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. At Route 3 we had an encounter. I think it was something lame though, and we got one. Oh, actually there weren't encounters available at Route 3, I think, or something. Oh wait, no, yeah, we got an encounter in Route 3 and Route 4, I think, or something like that. I don't know. And then yeah, that's what happened. We got encounters in Route 3 and Route 4. Route 4 is where I caught my Sandshrew. We haven't had one in Cerulean City yet, and I believe I strategically left Route 25 for an encounter later with the rod or surfing. Yeah, Route 24 is where we caught Abra, that lucky catch. So we're gonna get two more here, one from Cerulean and one from that other route that I forgot the name of already. Alright, so we've got to surf to get back down here. Let's see, hang on. Alright, so in Cerulean City, if you surf, you'll always get Tentacool. And then you can get Krabby and Horsey if you fish. Magikarp again if you fish. Psyduck and Slowpoke depending on your version. Krabby or Horsey depending on your version. And then Gyarados all through fishing. Let's see here. I'm just kind of, I guess what we're gonna do is this time around we're gonna Yeah, but this time around we're gonna surf. I like that. Because I want a tentacle. So back in Cerulean City here, let's get that encounter. There's really a low encounter rate for surfing in this game, I think, because this is the second time we've just been surfing and surfing and no one's popping up. But this time we can speed it. There we go. Oh, that's a really low level. That's alright though. That's alright. So that means we can catch it pretty easily. Yeah, put it to sleep. And then let's throw a Pokeball at it. Okay, awesome. Got Tentacle. Alright, let's surf back up. Alright, and then here we are in Route 25. So I intentionally avoided this grass because there's some water over on the other end of it. And I wanted to leave an encounter for that water, which I'm so glad that I did. So here we are, here's the water. If you surf, you'll get Psyduck or Slowpoke depending on your version. And then fishing, it's the same kind of stuff. Poliwag, Goldeen, Magikarp, Psyduck, Poliwhirl, Slowpoke, and Gyarados. Psyduck and Slowpoke depending on your version. So I already have Poliwag. I already have Slowpoke. So it's between Magikarp or Goldeen. The thing is, there's first of all only a 20% chance of getting Goldeen compared to a 100% chance of getting Magikarp, just depending on the rod you use. So that in itself means I'm going to pick Magikarp. So I never thought I'd do this when I had a super rod. We're going to fish with the old rod. And basically Magikarp's the stronger Pokemon anyway, because it evolves into a really good Pokemon, Gyarados. So here we are, here is our Magikarp, level 5, very low. But that's fine, we have no trouble with that. Put it to sleep. And then we'll throw the Pokeball. Oh wow, it actually broke right out of that. Let's try again. Alright, there we go, that time it worked. So there's our encounter for Route 25. I sure am glad that I waited for that encounter. Let's see, I'm actually curious. Can we go and get the item finder now? We needed 30 species. We have 29, dang it. So we need to get one more. Let's see. Alright, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Yeah, we're gonna fly actually to an interesting little place right here by Rock Tunnel. Let's actually heal because we took a little bit of a beating and we've used Spore a few times. Anyway, so here's a terrible place where my game crashed in the middle of a wild encounter. But we're gonna count it as the encounter for this route, so that's alright. I think it was like a Spearow or something, I didn't really want it anyway. So we can actually surf down here like this. And we get to the power plant. And actually we have a battle here, I forgot about this. We've got one battle so far. I guess it gotta be one battle pretty much every episode, so that's fine. We'll just leave the meter out. Let's battle this guy real quick. That wasn't so bad. And so now we're going to come to the power plant. I'll be back here later to get some items and to catch, or to battle at least, a legendary. But right now we're here to get a Pokemon. So if you're playing, well, basically you can get Pikachu, Magnemite, Magneton, and Voltorb, or Electabuzz as well if you're playing Fire Red. Pikachu's 25% of the time, Magnemite's 30%, Magneton's 15% if you're playing LeafGreen, which I am, Voltorb 30%, and Electabuzz 5%. So I'm hoping for Magnemite or Magneton, because I think that's the strongest one in here. But really, I'll be okay with any of them. I just want to fill those pages in my Pokédex. And I want an electric type, so that's my plan. We just have to find something here. And once again, we'll come back later, but let's see what we're getting. Alright, well that's fine. I mean, I guess you gotta catch Pikachu in every game. It's probably the worst out of all the ones I could have caught, but I'm not... Oh, it's fast though. I'm not gonna worry about that. So that's actually disappointing because I would have liked an electric type on this team, but that's fine. Let's catch this. And that'll at least mean we can get the item finder. Alright. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, and I just realized, so I actually hadn't had an encounter in Route 12 yet, but I saw the Snorlax there, so that wasn't smart, but what are you gonna do, right? So let's go back to Vermilion and get that item finder. Whoops. Alright, so there we go, we can use that now, and let's actually go ahead, I'll show you guys where some hidden items are. Actually, we'll make a short episode of that next time, because this has been a long section, and I've done pretty much everything I wanted to do here. So, yeah, we'll end this section here. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys had some fun with this one, and I'll see you guys next time.